Hey guys, Frank Flegg here, founder of Ethical Property Partners, the place where we help you to make annual returns on your properties on a monthly basis. And I'm here in beautiful Bulgaria, on the east coast of Bulgaria. My dad lives in a city called Burgas. This is the hotel we're staying at. Beautiful, actually, really opulent, old-fashioned hotel. Those are my kids in the background playing in the pool. This is late October. In fact, it's November next week. And I've been on the beach catching the sun, about 25 degrees today. So beautiful, beautiful. And in this episode, what I'm going to help you do is I'm going to answer my next most frequently asked question. So the last one I actually did in Paris when I was next to the Eiffel Tower. And you might remember that was, how should I buy investment properties? And we talked about people procrastinating, which is actually the worst thing you can do. And in this second episode of that series, I'm going to ask, and it makes me laugh because I used to get asked this a lot. Now, I don't get asked this so much anymore, but people think it all the time and make the mistake all the time. So the question is, how do I, and you might laugh when you hear this, how do I invest, given that I haven't got much time, so I work full-time or I'm a full-time carer or something, haven't got much money or any money, and I haven't got any knowledge, so I've not invested previously. And you might laugh because without those three, it's a bit of a joke. But I used to get asked that a lot, loads in fact. And the reason I don't anymore, although I come across people who become clients who've been sold the dream that that's possible, is because I didn't used to communicate effectively enough with prospective clients. So people go, oh, I'm interested in investing in property. Before the franchise, when I was doing one-to-one mentoring, and I'd say, oh, great, let's have a coffee. And I'd sit down with them and I'd say, right, so how much money have you got? And they'd say, well, you know, $3,000. And I go, okay, how many hours a week can you put into property investing? And they'd say 5. I go, okay, and how much investing have you done? How experienced are you? And they'd say, well, I haven't done any. And then I'd realise, well, I'd explain to them that actually that isn't going to work. And you might have heard of the builder's triangle before, which is that you can't have all three corners of the builder's triangle. So the builder's triangle is, you can have work done quickly, you can have work done cheaply, or you can have work done well. And you can have two of those. So you can pay a lot of money and have work done really well and have it fast. You can have it cheap and you can have it done well, but it will take a long time, etc. So you're always going to have two corners of the triangle. And it's the same with sophisticated property investing. So I actually use two corners of the triangle. I invest using not much of my own time at all. I leverage my time massively, but I am happy to use money. So I'm happy to market for vendors. I'm happy to put money in and get it back out. And I have knowledge. So I bring knowledge and money to the table, and I can leverage my time. So I spend way more than 40 hours a week on other interests and still do sophisticated property deals. If I didn't want to put a penny of my own money in and didn't want to do any paid for marketing, then I could definitely still do sophisticated deals, but the way in which I'd do them would be different. The way in which I'd find them would be different. So I would have to invest more time. So I'd go networking, I would do a lot more organic marketing on Facebook, etc., for vendors, for sophisticated deals. So I would bring my knowledge to the table and my time, and then I wouldn't have to put money in. Or if I didn't have knowledge, I could put time and money in. And obviously with time and money, you get lots of leads and you're trying to convert lots of leads. So you're going to do deals, even though your knowledge isn't at a high level. But you need two. You need to bring two things to invest to the party. And obviously it's not, yes, I have money, or no, I don't, or yes, I have knowledge, no, I don't. They're all on sliding scales. But basically you want all three of them as high as possible. And if they're all three really low, then it's not going to work. If one's really low, you can compensate with the other two. But if two are really low, it's really hard. So if you don't have any time or any money, but you have tons of knowledge, that's still going to be hard. If you've got loads of time, but no money and no knowledge, you're probably just going to be spinning wheels and not being very efficient. If you have got money but no knowledge and no time, you're probably going to waste some of that money learning, building up some knowledge. What do they say? A fool and his money is soon parted. And so it's really important to think in terms of, what am I bringing to this business? Warren Buffett took 9 years to make his first $1 million on the stock market. 9 years. There aren't any shortcuts in this game of business, or game of property investing, or sophisticated property investing. You cannot shortcut it. In fact, the shortcut is often the long way round. So yes, you need to take action, as I said in my first video, but equally you have to take considered action. So that our franchisees, when they sit down with us, we do a business plan, a 12-month business plan with them, to explain to them how they can start generating motivated vendor leads. We obviously are upskilling them, so their knowledge is going up and up and up every month during that 12-month plan, but we still have to keep it realistic in terms of the amount of time that they're bringing to the party. Some of them start off full-time employed and then move to full-time property investors, but we still have to have goals that are in line with the resources that they bring, and those are time. Yes, you need some time for this business. Money, yes, you need some money. You might not need money to do the actual deal, but you need money to find all the motivated vendors. And knowledge. Motivated vendors do not do deals with people who can't solve their problems, and the only way we solve their problems is by being able to work out a solution, and that comes from experience, that comes from knowledge, which you can learn from mentors who are walking the walk, who are doing the do right now. Not 20 years ago, not 10 years ago, not 5 years ago, right now in 2022, with the changeable market we have, the changeable conditions right now. You do need that knowledge, that time, and that money to invest. Guys, I hope that episode has given you some impetus to either reduce your hours in your day job so you can invest more in your property business, or if you're full-time already but actually you only spend a few hours a week on your property business, to invest more, or to make more funds available, or to invest in your education and to start upping your knowledge base so that you can do more sophisticated deals. Until next time, happy investing.